Sopranos in 2022? Oh my.
Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Slant, yeah, but isn't this the unplugged version? I don't know. I think it's the unplugged version. All right, Paulie, let's go.
Paulie back here in the Latino Slant. ¿Cómo estás, mi gente? Hope everyone is doing well. Oh, I am so excited and so happy because I already know what this video is going to be all about. um, if you know the Slant channel, and make sure you are subscribed and connected to us and commenting and all that good stuff, then you know I'm a huge Sopranos fan. From David Chase in the early aughts, I believe season one started in 1999, which is for me the greatest television show ever. It's called The Sopranos. And we even did a couple of streams and reviews on the Many Saints in Newark, which was the prequel movie. You can catch those videos here on the channel. So when I was watching the Super Bowl recently, 2022, I first couldn't believe what I was seeing because it was the Sopranos opening intro to their television show that's so synonymous. And I was like, what's going on? It was the same, and yet it wasn't. And then the rest unfold. I think it was, for me, my highlight of all those incredible commercials that were shown. Actually, let me take that back. Most I did not like. There's a few that I really loved, and this is one of them. So I want to get into this first part of this video. We're going to watch this commercial together, and then we're going to go to a Variety article on what it took to get this made and how David Chase is a part of this, which blows my mind. So let's bring it up right now. Up it being the video of the new generation Sopranos commercial, and this has to do with Chevy Silverado, the first all-electric Chevy Silverado, called New Generation The Sopranos. And let's bring up that bad boy and watch it, shall we? That sounds good to me.
Woke up this morning, got yourself a gun. Your mama always said you'd be the chosen one. She said, one in a million, you got to burn the shine that you love.
Meadow. Wow, it looks incredible. Nice. Instead of a cigar, she's on a lollipop. Oh, she looks incredible. Did I say that? Yes, I did. Alleys, showing the truck off. Oh.
The first ever all-electric Chevy Silverado. A whole new truck for a whole new generation.
Oof. All the feels from this Soprano fan. Okay. When I tell you that I love this show, I loved all the characters and their growth, and so I'm getting emotional because of the loss of James Gandolfini, who's one of our greatest actors. And I just see a lot of heart in this reunion here, not only of the two characters, brother and sister, but the actors. This is beautiful, man. This Chevy, you knocked it out of the park. You really did. And I'd seen this twice already. And I don't think it really hit me until obviously it just hit me right now. So I do apologize, guys. This this is fantastic. And I know it's a commercial, but the creative minds behind the commercial obviously loved The Sopranos, loved it so much that we got this, which feels much more than a commercial. And bravo, bravo. So when I saw it, I was like, God, they did they intersplice? Obviously, they had to film her, but then there was like, shots from the original opening credits that was like, isn't that the same? And Jamie Lynn just looks, what a gorgeous lady. What an absolute gorgeous lady. Um and I forget his name, the actor, but forgive me. But we'll get to it in a second. But yeah, man. Fantastic. I'm gonna back it up to this beautiful look here. Look and vibe of her father Tony. Wouldn't that be something if she was now the head of the family? Dude, that would just be epic. I'm gonna kill the sound. He looks great coming out of his car. They're meeting at a at their at was it? I can't read it with that stuff in the way, but I know it's a seafood restaurant. Beautiful hug. Yeah. So yeah, and and so not only does it play on the intro credits, but it plays on Meadow Soprano's parking skills because in the closing moments of the final episode, she's having a hard time parallel parking, which added to the tension of the ending with no ending that many fans did not like. So this is part of so fantastic. That's the video right there. Very happy to get that. But here we have how Chevrolet drove the Sopranos and David Chase to the Super Bowl. All right, well, let's read a little bit of it. And you know what? Here, let me come back up to you guys. Let me get big on you guys for a second. What do you guys think of that? Are you guys fans of The Sopranos? Have you seen the prequel movie? What did you think of this commercial? Doesn't Jamie Lynn just look vicious and beautiful in this? She's a soprano, so Meadow had some bite to her. So that's fantastic. So please comment away. Has some great, I read most of it. I think it brings up a lot of cool info on the making of this. Jamie Lynn has been keeping a secret for weeks. On Sunday, it finally came out. Sigler, who played Meadow Soprano for more than 8 years on the iconic HBO series The Sopranos, stepped into the role again Sunday for a Chevrolet commercial that aired during NBC's telecast of the Super Bowl. And I did some other stuff on the Super Bowl, and you can see that on the channel as well. The ad updated shot for shot the show's opening montage, which used to feature James Gandolfini's Tony Soprano driving a Chevy truck. Was it a Chevy truck? Oh, that's right. It was the SUV. God, that's right. On Sunday night, it was Meadow Sopranos doing the driving in an electric Chevy. Okay, we know that. Built as a new generation. Sigler has been sworn to silence ever since getting a call in mid-December about the plan, which also included Robert Eiler. That's the actor who played her brother, AJ Soprano. Very cool. Thank you. In the spot, the two meet at a restaurant, a callback to the much-discussed ending of the original series after Meadow starts charging her vehicle. The commercial was shot over 4 days in mid-January in New York and New Jersey with Soprano creators. Let's get rid of that. I don't know how they do that. So they have you trying to get rid of this ad. Ad just pops up, right? Got no choice. All right. Well, at least we'll stop it there. Let me just check on something. See if I can get rid of this. The way they box these. Oh, okay. I see what's going on. All right. Let's get back to it, shall we? Cool. All right. The commercial was shot over 4 days. As I said, it was with Sopranos creator and showrunner David Chase at the helm and several original crew members handling work behind the scenes. Sigler says he hasn't even told friends about it. No one knows, she said in an interview. To hear that Sopranos music, I feel like it's going to prompt everyone's head to turn immediately. It did mine to the screen and try to figure out what's going on. Exactly. I was like, wait, what am I seeing here? What am I seeing here? No. What's going on? I think that's what everyone hopes. Wow, they got us, man. They got me good. They got me good, you darn commercial, you. Okay. And yet, bringing The Sopranos, or at least part of it, back to the screen is about as hard as killing Christopher Moltisanti or Sal Bompensiero. Big pussy. I mean, Variety, can't you write his damn nickname? He's known as Big Pussy. Jesus, come on. What are we talking about here? General Motors had big plans for the 2022 Super Bowl. Okay, this whole paragraph is a lot of info. In fact, let's go all the way down because there's a lot of info that I just don't want to go over in regards to them. All right, let's go in here. GM. Okay, GM happily leaked the spot ahead of the big game, but the Sopranos Chevrolet ad was kept under wraps. All the better to surprise Super Bowl fans, viewers who come to expect online teasers for most of the commercials before the event. You know what? That is right. In fact, I like that they brought that up because I know some people were just discussing in some of their videos was that you really don't need to watch the commercials or the trailers during the Super Bowl because they're already leaked on YouTube. This was not. Brilliant. Good move, guys. Good move in a line of a lot of good moves here. Okay, let's get back. The company may need that element. Okay, let me see. You know what? It's again. Let's go to here and let's the idea. It's a lot of stuff about GM and their cars that I really don't want to read about. The idea to revive The Sopranos came up about a half a year ago when executives at Commonwealth McCann, the interpublic group agency that works for GM, started to think of Super Bowl concepts. The show has enjoyed a recent upsell among young viewers who may have used the pandemic to catch up on a property they only heard tales from others. That's a legit theory. Some of that interest may have been boosted by the release of the Sopranos prequel, last year's The Many Saints in Newark, which I do agree as well, as it was on HBO, so a lot of people were home. Still, even Chase has been surprised. I can't think of another show that had a resurgence like this, maybe. The Honeymooners, he says via email, and they certainly deserved it. Yeah, I think God, that's you don't think about these things and while you're in it, but during this time, I think a lot of shows were rediscovered. You know, I absolutely it makes sense from Sopranos to The Wire to Mad Men and then maybe X Files. A lot of the new generation kind of like grabbed onto those. Hmm. That brings up a good question. Have you guys in the chat, in the comments, recently discovered Sopranos? Are you more in tune to do it now? Have you been a Sopranos fan? And was it during this time that said, I'm going to watch another season of Sopranos? I can tell you, once a year, I watch all the Sopranos. All the Sopranos. So, and I'll probably do it again. It's kind of like how I am with Lord of the Rings as well. All right. Let's go back to the article. Excellent. Okay. Ad executives saw a direct connection between the Sopranos and Chevrolet they thought would appeal to consumers. We were talking about Chevy and pop culture after all. Chevrolet vehicles have been in hundreds of TV shows and movies. As we started brainstorming other American icons that have chosen Chevrolet, we realized that Tony Soprano drove a 1999 Chevy Suburban in the opening title sequence of The Sopranos, said Pasco, the agency's chief creative officer. That was really interesting to us. This idea that Chevy has always been a part of America's cultural past with the introduction of an all-new blah, 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 blah. I mean, yeah, but, to connect themselves, I think that what's interesting is that they're connecting themselves to a mafia family. It is American. The to-do list was daunting, however, according to executives involved in the process. Would fans, both old and new, think the presentation was authentic? Would creator Chase sign off? Even the use of the series theme song, Woke Up This Morning by the British group Alabama 3, wasn't guaranteed. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, usually when you bring these elements together, bringing back these elements together, you're doing a film. You're doing a sequel. You're doing a revival, a reimagining, or a television show. When you're bringing all these elements, original elements together, you're not just doing it for a commercial. Timing. Timing is everything. Very, very interesting. So let us read. David Chase is incredibly, as he should be, precious and delicate and sensitive about how The Sopranos and how that IP is exploited. Oh, Jacobs explained. The team enlisted an agency co-head who represent Chase to walk him through the parameters of the project and ask him to be a part of it. Now, it's a beautiful thing, right? When the creator of the IP obviously is still with us, still alive, and they're very delicate, very protective of their IPs. I mean, let me tell you, man, that's what it's gonna have to take with a lot of these IPs to survive and really be handed down to the next generation of people that get it, because it's not been the case this past, I would say, 10 years. One thing Chase wanted was a participation of Phil Abraham, the series director of photography, who shot the original opening montage. There it is. There it is. You mean he not only that's how he was able to replicate that. He got the original DP, look and feel. Doing was critical to the authenticity of the new video, says Chase, and it was the best move I ever made. UTA also had to clear the song, which has multiple rights holders, they said, and broach the Sopranos Super Bowl concept with HBO. Wow, so you had all the elements, crew in front, behind the camera. You had the actors, you had the song, then you had Super Bowl as an entity, NFL as an entity, and HBO. And instrumental as Chase is to the series, Jacob adds, that's their baby too. Meaning HBO, absolutely. Wow. I didn't even think about that. I think about the creators first, right? I think about their rights, but hey. So they got to work, Chase and the ad execs. We had multiple creative meetings when we talked about different ending options, so many different ideas. It was David's idea to have Meadow and AJ meet at the restaurant. He thought it added another element of intrigue, i.e., who else is there? Why that restaurant? There's a marina behind it. So what does that mean? He was really focused on the ending and getting it right, said Pascal. So on set, we talked about the ending right up to the moment we shot it. Literally, it was changing by the minute. Oh, which was a little stressful, but when he shot it, we knew we had it. Oh God, this is so cool. This is so cool. I mean, I don't, I just God, I wish it was like like a pilot for a new Sopranos generation. I mean, if Godfather can do it, why not the Sopranos and have Meadow Soprano be the head of the of the mafia family? Woof, woof. The show. I mean, it kind of makes sense because they were decimated. They're, at the end of and I don't want to spoil it too much, especially if you guys haven't seen The Sopranos, but the family was definitely lean from top to bottom of personnel by the end of the show to have Meadow come back. And Meadow's character is like this educated, do-gooder. You can even say nowadays in SJW. Back then, wow, that would be crazy. That's such a great conflict. There's so much great conflict with that character. I'm getting way ahead of myself. Let's go back to this. Okay. Calmate, Paul. Calmate. The Chevrolet commercial has a lot to offer the Sopranos faithful, who will no doubt compare it with the original. The car dashboard in the series opener, for example, shows a clock displaying 10:22 a.m. In the commercial, viewers see an in-vehicle information screen with the same time. That's awesome. In the original, Tony stops to grab a ticket at the phone booth. Ah. In the ad, Meadow drives right through it thanks to Easy Pass. Tony smokes a cigar while driving a Suburban. Meadow has a lollipop. There are other differences. A cemetery in the original has been replaced with a shot of a playground. When Meadow passes Satriali's pork store, a new sign says the place now features meat with no antibiotics. Oh my God. I didn't notice that. And then there's even a nod to issues Meadow has had with parallel parking. I told you that. Silverado makes the task much easier. Oh my God, this is so cool. There are no Hollywood backlots, no CGI locations in the spot. That's Jersey 2022 in January. We even shot on film rather than digital to match the original 1999 look and feel, Pascal says. Authenticity can't be faked. So why didn't we? So we didn't try. I'm going to read that again. And anyone in Hollywood listening, watching the Latino Slant, and I know you're subscribing because I know you're a big fan, Hollywood. All you Hollywood executives and my lovely Wocosos and Latinxes in there gatekeeping and thinking of new ideas. Authenticity can't be faked. So we didn't try. Breathe that in, Hollywood. Love it. Love it. Orale. Chevrolet Sopranos trip isn't over. UTA has enlisted a bevy of influencers. Yeah, they're like, okay, I don't care about a bevy of influencers. Mamadas reacting. Let's go to the final thing here. As popular as the HBO series was when it was on TV, Chase says he is delighted it still seems to have connections in 2022. Getting the details right may be arduous, but all the effort seems worth it. It's one of those things where you just think it's just so crazy it might work, Chase says. And worked it did indeed, sir. And my hats off to you, to HBO, for giving us this brief, just pause of beauty in this crazy world of remakes, retellings, re-envisionings, reimaginings, which let's be honest, most of them don't work, but this works. And I envision Chase now maybe his interest has spiked for a new generation of the Sopranos to take over. And why not Meadow Soprano? And AJ. Maybe that was like they're coming from let's bring it up. Maybe they're coming from some ceremony where she just is just made the captain or the head of the family, and he's like now her lieutenant or just something crazy, man. Oh my God. So here's what we're gonna do. We're going to play it, stop and play it one more time, and then we'll get out of here because you gotta have fun doing this, man. You have to have fun. Okay, you guys with me? Let's do this. Oh, and I'm actually gonna stop and go with this stuff. Here we go. Same beginning, man. Same beginning with the overhead lights of the Jersey Turnpike. I think that's. Forgive me if I'm wrong. I'm not a New Yorker. I think it's the Lincoln Tunnel. Jersey Turnpike. Now I will say you got the easy ticket there. In the original, obviously, that's a homage. I believe that is a World Trade Center memorial right there, and in the original, the Twin Towers was there. Oh, Jamie Lynn, if you're watching this, I will shout you out on Instagram, but please, please talk to Chase about a new Sopranos starring you. Yeah, I mean it's really a piece by piece of the intro. And the whole intro is that Tony was coming from New York to home in Jersey, in Orange, more specifically. I think that's suburb, but this is what Jamie Lynn is doing. Exactly. Nice. Now we're in Jersey, Newark, going through Newark. There's the new playground, and I think what's coming up is the Citriales Meat Market. I don't see Angus beef. I didn't see the sign. Okay, this is epic. The look on her face, the determination, that is Meadow Soprano just embodying Tony Soprano's spirit, her dad's spirit, because that's exactly what he did every time he got out of that car going into the house. Like he's pissed off, like he's gonna kill someone.
The first ever all-electric Chevy Silverado.
Let's take out this. Got the hug. All right, guys, I'm out. This is just pure love, and I'm a big fan of Sopranos. I'm going to connect you with our coverage of the Mini Saints in Newark, and please comment. Let me know if you guys are into this as I am, and wouldn't that be great if this, in a few months, made an announcement of a new Sopranos series? Why not? Why not? Take care, everybody. Wherever you're at, keep your slant fuerte.